We're over at Southwood and Ferrers today. We've just finished putting up this 12 foot by 7 foot shed. Now, with this shed, we've not just done the shed, we've also done one of our ground screw bases for it. So I'm going to take you around. I'm going to show you what all that's about first. So if you look down the bottom here, you can see there's a gap under the shed. Now, with this client's garden, it's on a bit of a slope. There's about 6 inches difference in height between the far end and the end where we are now. So if you do that in concrete, you're going to be spending a lot of money on concrete. The ground screw bases can come in cheaper. They don't always come in cheaper. It all depends on the size that we're going to be working to. Now, the ground screws, which is these things here. Oh, let's get down. Jesus, I'm getting old. So that's your ground screw. Yeah, you can just about see that. At the deep end here, they're going 1.2 metres. So that one's going into the ground about 1.1. At the shallow end here, you can just about see the cusp of it just there. And that in there, they're 1 metre into the ground. So below the frost level, they're below the movement level if you've got any trees or anything nearby. If you have got trees nearby, it doesn't matter where these will just go straight down, no problem. They're a lovely solution. So on top of the ground screw base, we put a 4x2 floor frame. And the 4x2 floor frame then has 18mm plywood over the top of it. So it makes a very strong, very solid base. It's very quick. We've done this shed and we've done the base all in the same day. So there's no mucking about. You can see how much mess we've made. Like, none at all. It's a very quick, very clean, very fast solution. It's more environmentally friendly than concrete as well. But anyway, let's tell you about the shed. So with this shed, the thickness of the cladding is it's X19mm. So that's to say that this piece of wood here used to be 19mm thick before it's machined. Then they machine it, ends up around about 16mm thick. So this is one of our heavy duty sheds. What can I tell you? Up the roof, right? So up the roof here, we've got 2 kilogram per square metre green mineral felt. Now underneath the felt there, we've rounded over the edge of the roof. We do this with all our roofs, and by rounding the edge of that roof over, it relieves a stress line along there, so it stops all the felt from splitting along there. The felt that we use, as I say, it's 2 kilogram per square metre green mineral felt, and it's polyester based. Polyester based means it's got a thread running through it that helps to stop it from ripping, so it's a good durable felt. The treatment on this one, this lovely brown colour, this is Baratine's Nourish and Protect. It's probably just about the best timber treatment on the market at the moment. It is an additional cost. Right, so we come to the front of the shed. These here, I'm going to see what happens if I put my special wide angle lens on. Here we go. There you go, special wide angle lens. So with these doors here are 26 inches wide. On a standard shed with single doors, you'd have a 30-inch door. Double doors, we do 26-inch wide. So with both of these doors open, you'd have a 52-inch wide opening, which is around about 1250mm. Right, let's go inside then. We'll go inside. I've already told you about the cladding. It's 16mm thick. There you go. This is the inside of the shed. It looks like the outside, but from the inside. So going up through the middle of the roof there, we've got a 4x2 ridge beam. The 2 halves of the roof attach on that. Now, I'm a lot heavier than I ought to be. I'm about, well, let's just say I'm over 15 stone. I can walk across our roofs, no problem at all. They are good, strong roofs. By using this ridge beam through the middle, it means that we can get away with not having to put trusses in the roof. So you get nice clear headroom right the way through the shed. This is what we call a reverse apex shed, which means that the door and the windows, instead of the door being in that end there, in the narrow end, the door and the windows are in the longest side here. So it's a reverse apex, which means the height of the shed at the lowest point here is the eaves, and the height there is around about 6'4". I've got no idea what that is in metres. The cladding is a roughly 16mm finish thickness. That's a 5th grade or better Scandinavian redwood pine. We don't use whitewood, we only use redwood for the cladding. The framework on this, if I can get onto that, there's your stamp mark, tells you what the timber is. You can see it's a C16 timber. It's 68mm that way. Is it 60? No, it's not. It's 63mm that way, which is 2.5 inches, and it's 38mm that way, which is 1.5 inches. And you can see we space them out at roughly every 2 foot, so there's plenty of framework going on in here. On the end there, because this is 7 foot wide, we don't sort of like, miss one out and space the uprights out a bit further. We bring them in closer together, so you've still got the right amount of framework going in there. The roof on it, you can see the roof, I don't know if this is going to let me tilt up. There we go, it's going to let me tilt up. So the roof on it, you can see it's all tongued and grooved. These pieces of wood here, all there for is to tie the wood together, tie the planks together. The strength is in the roof going that way, or the wood in the roof going that way rather. The floor, let's bring that down, you can see that's a plywood floor. It's 18mm thick, so it's it's a good strong floor. Simple as. On the screw base, there's no movement in it, it's on the screw base. It's going to stand there for a long time. Coming back out here, you can see the doors, they're all ledged and braced and self-closing in the wind. So that's the doors. The glass here, that's horticultural glass, greenhouse glass, and it is proper glass. We don't use plastic that goes yellow after about 18 months. And that is about it. It's about all I can tell you about it. It's a 12 foot by 7 foot shed. Done. Hang on, let's take the clever lens off. There you go. Gives you a better view. 12 foot by 7 foot reverse apex shed.